They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. Across midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 28. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touching out a finger on him until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A first carry for Rachaad White. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rachaad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Hurts. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Shuck. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On play action, Shuck. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
Eagles 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 42-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action here with Shuck. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
Rashawn White with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Wolf on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Great, check. 180, 180.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1.
No touch that. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. No touch.
Akers again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No touch that. 180, no touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, here's White. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw now, Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll go again here with Akers. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 73, 70. Hey, Silver.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They showed off the athletic Jew. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 144 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now Shuck. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashad White on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Saints first down.
Shuck now to throw. Left side here, and it's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Throwing, Shuck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to have the Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Saints.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, it's Shuck. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And we get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The pass caught by Olave. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And Cook has it, left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Shuck. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go, shot.
They'll drop to throw. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
73, 70, Trimmer. Try to get him.
Throwing is Hurts. And a throw right sideline is complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Slot man moves right. 2nd and 4. This one taken in by Olave. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
On play action, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run.
There he goes again. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's another Saints first down. A gain of 40 yards. And the Saints first down.
Back to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No touch up. Hey, 70. Now let's get it. Hurry. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And the Eagles
63. Out.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trimmer.
They go play action with Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
The Eagles will set up for
Hurts will throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Eagles 36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw now, Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 by 6.
Now Shuck. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Saints.
Back to throw here. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Back to throw again. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. They run straight ahead here with White. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 154 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
18 Cardinal.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Set. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal.
Shuck now to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
36.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. That'll lead to a 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
73.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to this.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Bison. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Fresno. 18 Pioneer.
Here's Shuck. Olave holds it in. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Olave motioning to the left. Throwing, Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st down, New Orleans.
60 in, grab him, 60. Let's go.
To throw is Shuck. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts. than to stop them on defense without using them.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
White. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Back to 60, back to 60.
White is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Tiger Hornet. Very set. What are
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Great.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts looking underneath. He's got Akers. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Eagles 44.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for New Orleans, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.